Jesus had just begun his public ministry. Word was spreading fast. This teacher, this healer from Galilee, was performing miracles and speaking with authority. People were amazed. Crowds followed him. But now, he returned to Nazareth, his hometown, the place where he had grown up. The streets, the homes, the faces. Familiar. The people there remembered him as a boy, running through the market, working alongside Joseph in the carpenter's shop. To them, he was just one of their own. On the Sabbath, Jesus went to the synagogue, as he always did. The room was quiet as he stood to read. The scroll of the prophet Isaiah was handed to him. Slowly, he unrolled it until he found the place that spoke of the coming Messiah. His voice was clear and steady as he read, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." When he finished, Jesus rolled up the scroll, handed it back, and sat down. All eyes were fixed on him. And then he said something shocking. "Today this scripture is fulfilled in your hearing." There was a pause. At first, the people were amazed. They looked at each other in disbelief. How could this be? Was he saying he was the one Isaiah spoke of? But then the murmuring began. Wait, isn't this Joseph's son? The carpenter's boy. We watched him grow up. Who does he think he is? Jesus knew their thoughts. He wasn't surprised, so he spoke again. "You will surely say to me, 'Physician, heal yourself.' You'll want me to do here what I did in Capernaum. But I tell you the truth, no prophet is accepted in his hometown." The synagogue grew tense. Jesus continued, reminding them of Elijah, who was sent to a foreign widow, and Elisha, who healed a Syrian, not an Israelite. Jesus was making it clear, God's grace isn't limited to the familiar. His mission was for all people, even outsiders. That was too much for them. Anger erupted. The crowd stood up. They pushed him out of the synagogue. Voices shouted, hands grabbed. They drove him through the streets and toward the edge of a cliff outside town. They wanted to silence him. They wanted to kill him. But then Jesus turned, and calmly he walked right through the crowd, untouched, rejected by his own, not because he did wrong, but because he told them the truth. This moment was the beginning. Jesus knew what lay ahead: rejection, suffering, and eventually the cross. But he kept walking, because his mission wasn't to be accepted, it was to save.